When you were here yesterday, we had to happen to have a unexpected Chrysler rep. Those are the one that goes into the shop and check for unusual cases and all that. And he saw your vehicle and he documented your lowering and the wheel and the seats and all your sensors. Not so play it safe, okay?
Say it again.
Your vehicle is what we call under a red flag.
Why is that?
Because you have altered the product.
Let the attack begin.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog from the great sunshine state of Florida. It is dark outside. I have my new little setup here for 2021. I have my toolbox here now. My next video, I'll explain about like all what happened with the shop and everything like that. And now I have my toolbox here, so I got a nice little vlogging type setup with all my stuff and trophies in the back. Thanks to my buddy Derek for the idea as well. But today's video is going to be about manufacturers and on their word on keeping dealer or factory warranty claims, and why are they denying so many people their claims either fraudulently or unlegitimately. So that's what today's video is going to be about. Why are manufacturers or dealerships blackballing people, then denying legitimate claims for warranty and not doing the work that they say they would do with the warranty? So it's no secret I've had my issues with my car when I first got it. So one of them is I had a serious problem with oil consumption where it was burning through the oil to where it would turn on the code for a low oil pressure. They did that. I pretty much at the end, I kind of got tired of fighting with the dealership and FCA about the oil consumption. I did some research. They gave me a printout that it's normal for Hellcat supercharged engines to burn through that much oil, and you're supposed to be checking your oil levels at every other time you fill up. And also you should check the oil then and have oil on you to add to it as necessary. I know for a fact some of the M5, the V10 BMWs are like that, but it's a V10. It's put out a lot of power. I believe those are also naturally aspirated and they rev kind of high. So that was their claim for that. But I actually was able to kind of fix my own oil consumption problem by changing from the Pennzoil to I run Amsoil, the Signature series. I think I have a bottle over there somewhere. If not, I was going to see if I could show you guys the Amsoil that I'm running. It's a little bit pricey, but it's well worth it. I haven't had any problems with the oil consumption. And because I'm doing a lot more drag racing, I'm changing my oil like every 2 drag racing full session to make sure everything is nice and fresh. And if there's any premature wear of the engine, I kind of catch it early, by checking to make sure I don't have any shavings or metal flakes or anything like that in the oil when I change it. Usually when I change it that fast, it's not as dark. So you could it's still a little translucent, so you could still kind of see through the oil. So you could really see any metal flakes or any metal deposits in the oil. So that was the first one. Then the second one was my axle. I completely sheared off an axle on the car. I was on a rally. I was out of town. I was down in Miami, and they denied my claim for that one. At that time, the car only had around 1,500 or 2,000 miles at that, and that dealer denied my claim, and they said that they were gonna red ball or black ball my VIN. I have the clip from it. I may have played it in the beginning, but if I didn't play it in the beginning, I'll play the clip now. So it depends on when the clip played, you'll know what happened. So he tried to blackball my VIN. So when I came back to my regular, actually I had to get FCA involved, but they totally denied the claim for the axle. And the reason being is because I put 305 tires on the car versus the 275 that it came with. So they said because I put the 305, the car have better grip, and with better grip, it tore the axle. So I ended up paying for the axle install because I was on the road. I had my son with me, so I really didn't have a choice at that time. So in all, it ended up being $1,600.
Component that you didn't out of pocket, the left right rear axle, it comes with a 2-year warranty against something if it becomes defective.
And I had to wait. I had to stay down there an extra night, so hotel and everything like that. So in all, it probably ended up costing me closer to $2,000 just to get the axle replaced. And at that time, I had to get the car towed, and I had to get the car towed, and then I had to pay FCA back for the tow because they denied the warranty. So you get your car towed to the closest Dodge dealer if they have a failure, and then that's on FCA. But because they denied the warranty claim, I had to pay for the tow to the dealership. Talk about a kick in the nuts. So it's just ridiculous. I was like, okay, 305s, it is what it is. And also on the first year Hellcats with the manuals, the clutches went out in them really quick. So I've already been through like 2 stock clutches within like 2,500 miles. And yes, I know how to drive a manual. People say, oh, you don't know how to drive a manual, or you're riding the clutch. You got your hand on the shifter. Shut up. I know what I'm doing. I've been driving stick for a very long time. So I did a bunch of research on that. They didn't want to warranty that one either because they said a clutch was a wearable item like brake pads and tires. But because it went out when my car was like at 1,200 miles, they ended up replacing it. I had to call FCA because at that time, SRT has their own team. So I called the SRT team and I was able to get a replacement clutch. And come to find out, the first year clutches, they knew that those first year clutches were weak because it was like they built it to be a failure point on the manual transmissions so you don't break anything. They rather you wear out the clutch, which the customer have to pay for, than it breaks something that day after warranty. So I used to have my first clutch because I kept it for a long time, but I, just dragging dead weight, so I ended up throwing that away. So the previous factory clutch and the clutch that they have now from the factory is 2 completely different clutches. So they replaced that. That one went out again, and I was like, I'm done. And now that's why I'm running the Mantic triple disc. So the reason I was just reading on the forums. So as you know, I have a Jeep Wrangler and I love Gladiators. I really wanted to get a Gladiator. I looked at a Gladiator before I got my truck, but it wouldn't be able to tow my car. And I wanted something to definitely tow my car, especially if I'm taking it out of town, racing it. If something happens, I want to be able to get back home. So on the Gladiator forum, there's a guy who has a Gladiator, a Rubicon, which is one of the expensive ones that's meant for off-roading. He took it off-roading. They said the mud was too high and it shorted out his alternator, and now it caused like a bunch of other electrical problems. And the dealership like red ball his VIN, FCA red ball his VIN, and now it's gonna go to court and everything like that. I don't know the specifics of everything, but those vehicles are built to go off-road. Even in the commercials when they're marketing to us, they're off-road. Even with my car, our cars, 392s, Hellcats, they're doing burnouts, they're drifting around. You do that, you're gonna avoid the warranty of how they even got you to buy that vehicle. So I don't think that's fair, but hopefully we could start holding the manufacturer liable, and I want to say like a class action suit or everything, but if something that's a common problem on certain vehicles, they need to know about it and they need to uphold their warranty standards. I don't see, if you bought an off-road vehicle and you're doing an off-road activity, it's not like you're jumping it off a 10-foot jump or anything like that. It's just something that failed because you took the vehicle to do what it was meant to do and it failed, and now they don't want to cover that. That's just, I don't know, they're just being greedy at this point. It's not going to necessarily cost them as much to replace the warranty work, because at a dealership, warranty work really don't pay that much. So the only thing that they're really losing is on the wholesale price of the part, and a lot of the parts that break on the warranty, you have to give it back to them. So they probably take it and recycle it, remanufacture it, refurbish it, for it to work again, or send it to somebody else. So if you have a vehicle, especially with the FCA, don't necessarily have to be FCA, it's just that's the community that I'm majorly involved in the Mopar Dodge community. If you have a problem with your vehicle, take it to the dealer, and don't stand by and say, oh, we're gonna red ball your VIN or black ball your VIN. Tell them no. Get FCA on the line. You could call them on like Hellcats and Demons. We have a button that you push. I'm not sure if mine works because I've had mine so long. You push it and they'll call that team directly and they'll work with you, and you can tell them what problems you have. You could probably even call them before you even take your car to the dealership, because as soon as the dealership gets there, or they usually call them the stealership, but they try not to warranty the products and trying to get you to pay for everything. But if we stick together as a community and say, hey, we bought these cars for these reasons and they're broke doing that intended purpose, nothing, there's excessive thing, but I'm saying nothing excessive or anything like that. They should pay up. They should replace those parts. That's what you buy a new vehicle with the bumper to bumper warranty. If that was the case, I'd have bought a used car with no warranty. So make sure you're getting all your stuff documented and everything like that. And we need to start holding the manufacturers accountable for their warranty claims. But not to necessarily go on a rant or anything like that. Just, make sure we're taking care of ourselves and our cars, and making sure that they're taking care of us, because we're spending our hard-earned thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars on these vehicles. So the least they could do is hold up to their end of the bargain. But as it's come to the end of the video, if you like the video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've had a problem or a warranty problem or a warranty issue at your dealership, to where you had a problem or they said no problem. But the great thing is I have a good rapport and a good relationship with my local Step 1 Dodge dealership. So they will work with you within reason. As long as you haven't done anything crazy, they'll work with you within reason. So it's always good to foster a good relationship with your local dealership if you can. Sometimes it's not a local dealership, it's a dealership in the next town over. Because before Step 1 bought the Dodge dealership here, I went to a completely different city to get my car taken care of, because I did not like or appreciate the way how that dealership was running and how they handled their customers and how their people handle your car. At the end of the day, yes, it's still a material item, but it's your material item. You spent your money on it. And if you want them to just drive it a certain way and make sure stuff is done a certain way, you have that right as well. So as the video comes to an end again, I'll say, please give me a thumbs up. If you like the video, comment down below if you've ever had any problems with warranty being denied, or just problems with your maintenance department at your dealership. And definitely share the videos. And More coming for 2021. Racing coming for 2021. Got some work to do on it this week. And again, guys, thanks for watching the videos. Peace.
I don't know what sleep is. I got a queen, she lit me to eat it. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me to snippet. You well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. You cut throat from the low when no love goes. Women buddy like a